How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Gameswell Show, Subtrendy's video game talk show. I'm your host, Andrew, and today we have a special episode because, as you can tell, we have 4 people, whereas we normally have 3. We have Taylor, Jessica, and Thomas with me today, and we're going to talk about Pokemon today, and that's all we're going to talk about. Pokemon Go came out last week, actually the day that the last Gameswell Show was posted, so we didn't get to talk about it last week. So yeah, we're just going to chat Pokemon today. Yeah. We've each brought a Pokemon-based topic to the show as we normally do, and we're just going to chat for a little while. So, we're going to still start the show off how we always do, which is, what have you been playing lately?
Pokemon Go, right, everybody?
Yeah, no, that's mine too, along with Metal Gear. Taylor?
Well, if you've watched our most recent episode of Subtrending, you would know that my phone is too potato for Pokemon Go. So I haven't really been playing anything.
I love that,
I've been having problems with my wrists, so I've been kind of laying.
I still vote you get your iPad out and just come with us on Pokemon Go.
I look like such a jerk.
It'd be hilarious.
I mean, it's better than bringing out, a wireless laptop, or not wireless, but one of the ones that has the Wi-Fi extenders or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Using that.
You could technically use a Kindle too. But Thomas, what have you been playing?
XCOM, Pokemon Go, and Dante's Inferno.
Nice. That's a very weird mix.
That is an
It's a very odd mix. Very odd.
All right, cool. So let's jump right into it because we've got 4 people today, so it's gonna be a little bit bulkier show. Taylor, what do you got for us?
So the topic I have for us is, if you were a gym leader in Pokemon, what would your type be, and what would 3 or 4 of your Pokemon be?
Okay.
I love this topic.
I do too.
I like anything that's kind of more what would you want to do? I don't know. I feel like...
Do you have a problem with BuzzFeed quizzes where anytime your friend takes one and posts their, I hate BuzzFeed, but I'm all about the quizzes?
I need to know what I am, too. I need a way to identify myself.
No, I want to make this clear before we really start. Yeah. None of us are really into the metagame of Pokemon, so it's not going to be necessarily the strongest gym. It's going to be the Pokemon, or the type we identify with most, and the ones we like the most out of that type. So if, for example... If somebody's I really like Seeking. I mean, I don't know if Seeking is a good Pokemon. It's okay. Just let them pick Seeking. Yeah. Don't be mean. Anyway.
For instance, I like cute Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're not usually good, but they're cute.
Jessica, I'm going to actually tell you to start first.
Why?
I don't know. It's my show. I do what I want.
Oh, but this is Taylor's topic.
That's true.
I want
but
Taylor.
Okay.
Fine. Well, I mean, I can do it if you want.
Somebody just go.
Is somebody ready? Because I can go.
Go. You go.
Okay,
you
go, Thomas.
I mean, I'm ready, but you go.
Okay. I feel like I would be a water type.
You for sure would be a water type.
Yeah.
I actually thought about that the other day. I was like, Thomas is for sure a water gym leader. That was what he would be.
Yeah.
You swim a lot.
Yeah. Just kind of go with the flow, whatever.
Swimmer Thomas.
You have a very water... You're a Cancer. You have a water personality.
I thought you were telling me I'm a Cancer,
no,
society.
No, his sign. You're a Cancer. You're a water type. Water makes sense for you.
Yeah.
So I feel because of Cancer, I should probably have a Krabby there.
There you go.
Crocodile, is that the starter in Gen 2?
Totodile.
Totodile, that's right. Crocodile is the second level. Totodile,
and then
I love
Totodile.
What's the third Thing's so cute. I would have him.
Oh, so you want Totodile?
Yeah, totally. And I know Gyarados is technically water because I just looked it up. Otherwise, I'd not
he's a flying dragon.
Yeah, but Gyarados, totally.
You can still... You can
swing it.
Yeah, I think, and we're going to bend the rules a little bit here, too, because we know Taylor's, and hers is bending the rules a tad, too. So I think that's fine. Okay. So Totodile...
Gyarados and Krabby.
You want Krabby? You don't want Kingler? You want Krabby?
I want Krabby.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure we're clear. All right. Jessica?
Okay, so I think I would have to do, fire flying. That would be something. Or, fire dragon.
Weirdest combination.
No, it's not. It's cool.
Okay, so you're not necessarily saying a Pokemon that has to have fire and flying.
No, just fire and then, stuff. I don't know. I think it's cool.
Okay.
Phoenixy stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I have to go with Charizard. I love Charizard.
Yeah.
I think he's just such a gentle giant, and really I just want to be Khaleesi.
Unless he's in the Pokemon show, because he's an asshole in the Pokemon show.
That's because Ash does not have enough badges to keep that guy trained, man.
Realistically, Ash shouldn't have a single badge he earned.
Yeah,
Charizard is the Drogon of Pokemon.
Oh,
yes, you have to earn his respect.
Yeah, and Ash did not do that.
Nope. No, I want a Charizard.
Okay.
I want a Ninetales.
Okay.
Because I think Ninetales
are great.
beautiful.
Ninetales
cool.
is cool.
Yeah.
I love Ninetales.
Yeah.
Either that or like an Arcanine or whatever.
Yeah, Arcanine.
I think those are both cool. So maybe I'd do both of those actually, like a Ninetales and a Growlithe. I'll do like one of the lower ones because I don't want overpowered.
You got to throw out a baby Pokemon as your first one.
Yeah.
Just like give the trainer some confidence and then just wreck them.
And I would give Growlithe like a little Everstone because realistically, I just want Growlithe to be like
Little puppy.
my cuddle buddy.
He'll stay a Growlithe as long as you don't give him a Firestone.
Because okay, imagine how cool I would look though, like sitting in my chair as a gym leader with like a Charizard behind me, my Ninetales, my little Growlithe in my lap.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I need another one.
You don't need one. You can do 3 or 4.
I'll do 4.
Okay.
Because I want to be tough.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, what's the one that I really love from like one of the newer generations?
You're saying Phoenix. What about like Moltres?
No.
I'm
gonna throw out
very
a
cheap.
legendary.
A little
You like
OP.
Fennekin a lot.
Fennekin, I love
Was that in the Hunger
Fennekin's cute.
Games or something?
No, that's close enough.
No, I want to look up. There's one. Okay, I love actually a lot of lightning. types in the
Talonflame.
later-
Talonflame is.
I don't even
Yeah,
remember.
that's
what
just
that
like
one
a
is.
stupid name.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all. Maybe that's what I'll do. I think it was Fennekin. Fennekin is really adorable too.
Fennekin is super cute.
So that would probably be mine. I have my Growlithe and my Fennekin for adorableness, and then I have my Ninetales and my Charizard for elegant badassery. And that would be my team. I love fire types.
There you go. Taylor?
Well, to the surprise of absolutely no one who's watched more than one video with me in it, I would probably have a ghost type gym. And mine are that I picked, and again, I don't know if they're really strong or not. I don't really care. I would have Mischievous because she's a little witchy blob, and I think that suits.
I was gonna say, and you're a little witchy
I'm a
blob,
little witchy
but that
blob.
seems kind of mean to
It does seem
say.
mean. I'm not a blob. Yeah, I would have a Mischievous. I would have a Chandelure because they're like the little goths of Pokemon, and I love them.
Such a goth Pokemon.
They are. I love them.
What is that? Fire Ghost?
Yes.
Or Ghost Fire?
Ghost
something
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the third one I said?
Pumpkaboo.
Oh, Pumpkaboo, because it's like a little ghosty bat. Ghosty pumpkin bat.
Pumpkaboo?
Yeah, it's like
I love that.
It's really cute.
Yeah, it's actually really cute.
And, you know, that's my little Halloween soul. And then it is bending the rules because it's a dark type, not a ghost type, but I would totally have a Murkrow. Not a Honchkrow, because Honchkrow's just not as cool. Murkrow's such a cutie pie.
Yeah.
And that would be me. It
He's
would be
like-
the cute
You
ghost
just have
types.
like a Halloween theme.
I do
It's
have
like
a Halloween
You have a
theme.
chandelier, a crow, a pumpkin, and a ghost.
And yeah, and a witchy ghost.
Witchy
I do.
ghost.
I have like the Halloween Town gym. See, I always imagine that it's Marilyn Manson's cover.
Yeah,
that
it's
one's
way
so much
So
better.
okay, Andrew, you should go, and then I kind of have like an additional throw-on question with this
Okay.
one.
Okay.
I was actually gonna do water as well, but I decided to mix it up from Thomas so we could actually have a full, like a pretty decent region. I'm gonna go with electric type.
I can
love
see it.
electric types.
And I have a very, very big love for electric types, and I always forget how much I love them. So I would have Ampharos.
Hell
Ampharos
yeah.
is super cute. I love Ampharos.
He's a boss.
I like Mega Ampharos's like Fabio hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I would also have a Raichu.
Oh, I love Raichus.
Electabuzz. I'm probably gonna go 5.
I don't like Electabuzz.
I'm gonna go 5 for this.
Okay.
So I've got
You better
Ampharos.
say one, or I'm gonna be mad at you.
I know which one you're. So Ampharos, Raichu, Electabuzz, Luxray.
I love Luxray. Okay,
Shinx
that
is
was,
probably
like,
one of my favorite baby forms of any Pokemon.
Shinx is one of. If I were not fire, I would choose lightning, and I would have Shinx in a heartbeat because Shinx is adorable.
Yep, he really is. And then I have another one. I'm trying to remember what it was.
It better be the other one that I'm thinking.
Oh no, I don't know.
No,
I
I'm
thought
kidding.
Luxray was the one.
I have like a really strong love of lightning types. I think
Yeah,
they're
you
so
do.
Cool.
It's weird. I can't remember what my other one was, so I'm gonna stick with the 4.
Blitzel.
Oh yeah, Blitzel. Yeah,
Blitzel is awesome.
the zebra, right?
Yeah, the zebra.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Blitzel. Yeah. What's funny? I actually have a funny story about Blitzel really quick. When I first caught him, I was really excited about him when he came out with black and white, and I was like pumped about him when they announced him. Like a zebra Pokemon, finally, he's electric, awesome. I caught him, and his stats were terrible,
Oh, that's the worst.
and he just got annihilated by even things that he was weak or strong against. He got annihilated, and I eventually just released him and caught another one, even though I had like leveled him up like 15 levels. I'm like, this is not worth it.
Yeah.
You're dying constantly.
I had the opposite. See, when I caught a Blitzel, what's funny is like I wasn't super into it. I was just like, okay, he's fine. I don't have an electric type yet because electric's one of those that you usually get a little bit later in the game. So I was like, okay, I'll use Blitzel for a while until I find something. And his stats were incredible. His speed, because electric usually has higher speed, was so insanely fast that I got him to the point where he could kill pretty much any Pokemon on the first move, and no one could hit him. So he was just a powerhouse. So Blitzel is one of my faves. But what I was going to say is, okay, so in your gym that you have, like, and it might be a cheesy question, but, like, what would it look like a little bit? You know what I mean? Like, where would you want it to be?
I feel I'm gonna
I feel like my gym like has to be in a cemetery or something.
Yeah, like I think yours like a cemetery.
It has to be like a
Halloween-type
cemetery or like a big gothic manor.
I think I know.
Yeah.
I have an idea for Thomas's that I like. Just a big conch shell.
No, mine was actually going to be a giant circular swimming pool with like lap lanes radiating out from all sides.
Okay.
With the arena in the middle, so you'd have to come swim to me to fight me.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking like a conch shell, like as the outside, like what the actual building looks like, and then you could have the like. Obviously, like it's your gym, do whatever you want. Your fictional gym in this fictional universe, but I think it just like be like walking into like the entrance of conch shell, like, and it always makes me think of Banjo-Kazooie. And
put me on like the widow's walk of like a gothic manor, and that would be where my gym would be.
I like it. I like that.
Jess, where would yours be?
I think I would want to do some sort of like. This is like I want to be Daenerys basically is what this comes down to. I want to have like some sort of marine type temple type thing where they like
the
walk
pyramid?
under. Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to say it. Never mind. Spoiler.
Oh, but no, I would love to have something like that, like to where it's this kind of temple-ish looking thing with like flame torches.
Okay,
that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Mine would
Temple of Doom.
Yes.
Mine would probably like. I have an idea for a flying gym that would be really cool, but I'm not flying type, so it doesn't matter. Probably a power plant of some sort. Like I know that's super cliche, but like what can you really do with electric all that much? Like you know what I mean? You can do like factories and stuff. Like
you do like a casino.
Oh, actually, a casino would be kind of cool with all the like neon and stuff.
I completely disagree. I think that would be obnoxious.
No, I would do like some sort of like techie looking place. You know what I mean? Like almost sci-fi spaceship technology.
Yeah, there we go.
Like,
spaceship.
Something like that,
Spaceship.
with, like,
that's what mine's gonna be. Mine's just gonna be a crash spaceship
or a Circuit City.
Yeah.
Circuit City. Best Buy.
Yeah.
Best Buy. Oh my god, that would be yours, Andrew. Best Buy.
I love Best Buy.
You love Best Buy.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. I love
Andrew
Best Buy.
loves Best Buy.
It's like a playground for me.
Okay, one last follow-up question.
No, we don't have time.
We don't have time. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so what is your Jessica? What is your extra question?
Okay, it was just a really quick question.
So a 3-part question from Jessica today.
No, it was.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I
added
2 follow-ups.
I added
Jess.
the essay parts, like the A and the B. No, is anybody surprised by what anybody said?
No.
No.
I was surprised by what Andrew said.
Really? What would you put for me?
I would never imagine you use electric type ever.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Like that? I was gonna pick
Actually,
water.
like the reason we're Team Yellow is basically because of you.
Yeah, you're
Like,
welcome.
Yeah.
I don't know. I picture you as like earth or rock or fighting
but
or something
like
like
I
that.
really like in Avatar as far as bending goes, like I am a rock or I'm an earthbender, like hands down.
You say that so short, like I feel like you're just outside practicing.
Let's
or
be
something.
real. Waterbender, but really bloodbender for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like I would be an earthbender no matter what. But I don't like a lot of the earth and like the ground and rock Pokemon. I don't like them. So like to me, like I would be really difficult for me to pick them.
Yeah.
My team would just be entirely Geodudes.
Name Kyle.
Yeah, name Kyle.
All right. Well, that was. I just had a comment because I thought it was a little weird for you, but everybody else's I totally understood.
Okay, Jessica, you're up next. Actually,
I am.
yes. Just keep talking.
This is actually a
Not that it would
topic
stop you.
that. Huh?
Nothing.
Hey.
Continue.
Hey. This is actually a topic that Taylor gave me the idea to use. So kudos to Taylor.
I forgot what
like,
this was already. I'm excited.
It was a good topic, and I was like, hey, I kind of want to use that on the show, and she graciously said, okay. So we're going to use it. I'm building the anticipation, okay? Anyway, so the topic is if there were another region on Earth, as we know it, not Pokey Earth, that we could base the next Pokemon generation on, the next Pokemon game on, what would it be? Because we have a lot that are based on, like, islands, you know what I mean? Like, there's some that are based in, like...
We've got...
I mean, a lot of the earlier ones were just Japan.
Yeah, it was just
Japan.
the Japan regions. Then we got France, and now we're getting Hawaii.
Yeah,
one of them isn't one of them
France.
sweet old US of A?
Mm-mm.
No?
No, we have Hawaii, we have France, and like you said, and
All the rest of them are Japan.
regions.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a USA one
I thought
yet.
we had a USA one.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
So yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a really cool question that Taylor had. So I wanted to use it for the show. And I guess you can say who you want to start, Andrew.
Taylor, go.
All right. So I would want a Pokemon region based on Ireland because I really like the idea of fairy type Pokemon, but so far they've made them really like all fluffy and cutesy. And if you like know any like Irish folklore, fairies in Ireland are freaking creepy. And I think it would be great to get stuff like you could get like dark fairy Pokemon or ghost fairy Pokemon.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, in Celtic mythology, the line between fairy and ghost is very, very like tenuous and fuzzy. So I think Ireland it has like such rich folklore, and I think that would be a great base for Pokemon, especially because like of all the places in Europe, like I don't know, I think France is like a really lame one for Pokemon, honestly, because it doesn't really have a whole lot. They didn't do a lot with French folklore.
No, it was really like the architecture and the environment, and the culture and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was a lot. Very much was the architecture.
Yeah, it was very much the aesthetic, but I'm just like, there's like actual folklore they could have done, and it would have been cooler. But that's what I think. Ireland has cool folklore, and it would be a cool setting for a Pokemon.
I think so.
I'm drowsy today.
Oh, haha! I see what you did there.
Gross.
Okay.
Is
it my turn?
Yeah, let's just go. Yeah.
I would like to see. I don't know. There's a few places that I think would be kind of cool. Maybe like either Egypt or Cambodia, which are two very different.
No, like
places.
Angkor Wat would be like an awesome base.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is like so like with Egypt. I don't know. I'll pick one. I'll go with Cambodia because I'm kind of into that. That's like the next place that I want to travel to, which is kind of weird, but I would.
No,
love to
Angkor Wat's super cool.
Yeah,
it's like one of my top places that I would love to see.
learned about that from Civ. Like that's
oh my gosh. Anyway, so with Cambodia, it would be really interesting to see stuff that's more based on like, and we were just talking about Avatar, but like you could get some cool like monk fighting-ish type style Pokemon in there. I don't know exactly how you would style it, but like something kind of like that. Some interesting maybe flying fight. I don't know what you do, but there's something in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And then also just the general environment. You could get some pretty cool
with the jungles.
And with the jungles, like some jungle type Pokemon. I don't know. There's something in there. And it would also be cool to kind of just see an environment that's less like suburban looking, because that's kind of how all the Pokemon and like maybe more jungle-ish, more temples, more ruins, something like that. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, because obviously you'd still have to have cities, but maybe let's turn away from cities and have more I don't know, just a little more rural feel to it. Be kind of cool. Just throwing it out there.
Having grass Pokemon that are cool would also be a nice thing for a jungle environment.
For sure. Yeah, having grass and bug Pokemon that don't come at the very beginning of the game and don't feel super lame and forced would be sweet, and they could do that.
Yeah,
so
that would be cool.
That's mine, I think.
Okay.
Mine's a little bit of a cheat because it's not a country, but just a Mediterranean themed one.
That'd be cool.
Have like.
What about a Venice themed one?
That would be very cool. Yeah,
like the canals and stuff.
Yeah,
like, interesting cities like Venice. You've got ruins in Athens and Egypt in the south. You've got the Middle East on the east.
That'd be cool. Like it's got a wide variety of regions that you could travel to. Like,
right.
Yeah, the Mediterranean is one of my favorite regions on Earth, so I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, I don't really have any ideas for Pokemon, but I mean,
I don't have a single idea for an area either. I feel like a lot of them have been taken. Canada would be kind of cool because it's a really harsh place.
Moose Pokemon.
Yeah, there's one coming.
No, there's not. That was a
joke.
Yeah,
that was one of the fake ones.
If
funny Canadians made Pokemon,
there was one called Moople, and it was like a syrup moose.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's right. I forgot about that. Like Canada, it's very tundra-y in parts. It's very foresty. But it's also got suburban areas and like cities and stuff like that. So I think it'd be kind of cool and like offer variety. And like I am also a sucker for ice Pokemon. So.
I'm like a sucker for things that are really like biome centered, you know what I mean? So like for me, it would just be really cool to get away from like you first go through a grassy area, now you're in your town, and there's another town, and there's a cave, and there's a town.
See, for me, it's 100% what could I pull from folklore to make a Pokemon?
Yeah. And I think that's like, you were thinking more folklore, and I think everybody else has kind of shifted more towards environment.
Well, also, like, the environment in Ireland is beautiful, so I just feel like all those hills and cliffs and stuff, it's pretty.
It would just be cool to have, and like that's why Venice was such a cool idea too, is like a place that maybe is mostly water. It doesn't necessarily have to be all water Pokemon.
God, Gen 3 all over again. Everybody makes fun of IGN for saying like too much water for like the Ruby and Sapphire remake like rating. They took off points because they had too much water. I 100% agree. The place has way too much freaking water.
That should not be like I don't know.
Surfing is the worst. Tentacles are terrible, and so are Magikarps.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't mind it. I think it's cool.
I don't like Gen 3 at all. I have a really big problem.
I think if anything, like they just need to fix like you shouldn't have to go to your menu and have your Pokemon.
You don't have to anymore.
Yeah, you just run into it, right? And then
you just press A on it and just say yes.
That's much better.
Yeah, you can just. It's like, do you want to use Surf? It's like, yeah.
See, so that's not too bad.
Yeah. Thomas, what do you got for us?
So this year we've had like Pokken that came out. Am I pronouncing that right?
Pokken. Yeah, because it's Tekken and Pokken.
Okay. So, and that was one game. Now we have Pokemon Go. It's just like kind of breaking the mold of your typical Pokemon gotta catch 'em all kind of games.
Mm-hmm. And like we have like the Dungeon Explorer ones and stuff like that.
Yeah, like there are other Pokemon games for sure, but I mean like outside of the main series.
Yeah.
Are there any other types of Pokemon games? Or I'm sorry, are there any other types of games that you would like to see the Pokemon franchise go to?
Everyone always says like, I mean, this isn't like directly answering your question, but everybody says like, I want a console version of the Pokemon games so it can be better graphics and bigger and stuff like that. I want to have all the regions. Like, really? Come on. One that's never going to happen.
Right.
But I would love something that didn't have like the random battle system like with Pokemon, like so something similar, but like you just found the Pokemon walking around, like it's not like and like you just fight them randomly and they go to a different screen. Like I want to actually like be able to interact with my Pokemon like on a deeper level than just like throwing them out, naming them, making them breed with a Ditto and in like a weird daycare place. So to answer your question, I don't really have one. Maybe an RTS game would be kind of cool, like Pokemon Wars, like.
Well, there is the theory about the war in Kanto.
Yeah,
so
I'm a strong believer in that theory. Actually,
really,
yeah, I am. There's not a whole lot of adult males, and yeah.
Do we need a tinfoil hat?
No. But anyway, that's my kind of weird workaround answer.
I don't know. I guess I would kind of like to see, like, I honestly would kind of like to see like an open world RPG sort of thing, where you don't have so much like it wouldn't be like in a Final Fantasy game where you have like random encounters kind of it'd be more on like the Skyrim line where you can like see them and like go up.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about too.
Bethesda Pokemon game.
Yeah, like a Bethesda Pokemon game with
where you can learn more than 4 moves.
Yeah, or even one where when you like when you do like a Pokemon battle, you don't pick like it's assigned like by a button or something, so it's not like through a menu. It's like press X to use Thunderbolt or whatever.
Or like you can like hold R1 and press X to do something different.
Yeah,
so
like more like a
Pokemon.
Yeah, like almost more of like a fighting game style.
Yeah.
Like I haven't played Pokken Tournament, but like more like that kind of combat where it's not menu based. I don't know. I'd also like to see like, and I have this thing. I really love like realistic Pokemon art, so I love to see like a Bethesda like style Pokemon game, but with the Pokemon looking like more like real animals and less like little cartoons. I just think it would be cool, like for just like an aesthetic perspective. And like a lot of Pokemon, if you like, they're super cute when you see them as like the little cartoons, but if you like see the realistic art, you're like, oh my god, Snorlax would actually be terrifying.
I was about to say, I think for me with the realistic Pokemon art, it always kind of terrifies me a little bit.
I love it though.
Any like
so
realistic
cool.
cartoon though, like
realistic
freaky.
SpongeBob is terrifying.
Yeah.
Jessica, what would your answer be?
I have like a few things to say on this one. I feel like. Okay, so I was going to say like a Pokemon Tactics game would be really cool, but I guess Pokemon Conquest like came out and kind of did that.
It was fantastic, by the way.
But what I was thinking is, okay, so you have like your square grid and you go into battle with like your 6 Pokemon and you like, you know, put them on the field and move them around. But having like different, and I don't know if Conquest does this, but like the different zones, like for instance, your flying type is more effective, like elevated. Your if you put water Pokemon in actual water on the map, they're more effective.
It's
so like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses.
Exactly.
It's kind of like we're like.
I feel like such a nerd for actually having played that game.
I think from what I remember, Conquest. It's been years since I played it, but something more along the lines of like if a Pokemon is water, electric moves are more like damaging to it.
Well, that's just basic. But like what I'm saying is like it would be cool if like not only do they have that, but they also have if you're
home
in
field
certain,
advantage.
Yeah, home field
I
advantage,
want to say
basically.
they do, but I'm not positive, so you can't quote me on it.
I'm not sure if they do, but like I thought that would be
should.
kind of cool. Something that could be really fun, and it kind of goes off of what Taylor was saying because I was thinking about the same interface for it. Would be like an MMO. And so what you would do is like there's Pokemon running around and you can catch them, but maybe like you can only hold up to 6, which is kind of like, and not even like don't catch them and put them in Bill's PC or whatever. Like you can hold 6 Pokemon and you have to release Pokemon to get more.
Oh wow!
Like that's
so really
Yes.
hardcore.
Don't get attached.
Yeah, well, and like, but that way you kind of would get attached. You know what I mean? Because you could be like, okay, I could give up this Pokemon that I've had, but this is also my first one ever. I kind of want to keep it, and like you build that kind of relationship.
As you get closer to
with
the
them.
end game, it becomes harder to get rid of them. Yeah,
and so like and make it to
they
where
probably have to do some sort of like stat leveling thing with that then, so it's not like guess like some Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, you would need
bad.
somebody.
You need some sort of.
You would need people who are smart to like figure it out and like make it to where the game's not broken.
Yeah.
But like
it'd
doing
be a lot of
something like that. Oops, sorry if that was loud. And then you can have like hotkeys to change your Pokemon. And you could, you know, like have like where
So
right
like
click is a certain
I'm
move
just thinking like a WoW Warlock where you can switch between different pets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like that, like kind of switch between that.
I like how my example is Warlock instead of like Hunter, which is normal.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that an MMO could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I was gonna say is doing like a Ni no Kuni style game
That would
with
be
Pokemon because Ni no
awesome.
Kuni is basically Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Ni no Kuni is like if Final Fantasy and Pokemon had a baby, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great game.
Can't wait
If
for
Final
second.
Fantasy and Pokemon had a baby and the midwife was
Dude.
Hayao Miyazaki.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that is definitely what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a really fun game. And so doing that like actually with Pokemon would translate very easily and work really well.
All right, Thomas. What's your what game would you pick?
Definitely Pokemon FPS.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Jesus.
I'm just joking, guys.
Oh.
Come on.
Actually, like that could be kind of fun.
But
I'm
the
into
only
it.
character is Blastoise.
Yeah.
And you just-
Oh yeah.
That,
No,
I'm into it, man.
Or although you could do any Pokemon that had water gun.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Lapras.
I love Lapras.
I was in a band called Lapras Used Water Gun.
That's awesome.
We were terrible.
It was
mean,
really bad.
It was just noise. It was a noise band. It just
Anyway.
screaming.
Anyway.
But anyway, yeah, my real one would be kind of like a Pikmin type of game.
Oh, that would be
almost,
fun.
Where
That's cool.
you just kind of go around, gather Pokemon, and then like you have to use them to like
Solve
solve puzzles. Like Electro Pokemon.
I'm
have to
super
do
into
something
that.
like
Dude,
that.
I love that.
Pikmin's really fun.
I will micromanage the shit out of any game. So that sounds awesome to me. Like, I need more electric types to build my factory. But to build a factory, I need steel types.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
a
my
cool.
God.
But to
That's
like
cool.
actually construct it, you need like fighting types.
I have a new dream, and it's for that game to exist.
Yeah, that's a really cool
Holy
idea.
crap! I love that.
Nintendo.
Grass types to like get food to grow food.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You're sweet
Oh
little
my gosh, she made
micromanaging
like a
heart.
Pokemon settlement.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's
And
what
you,
I'm.
like,
That's,
slowly. That's a
yeah.
really cool idea.
like, oh my god!
That's a really cool idea.
I want this game. I love
We should
micromanaging.
make it.
I know
Just
nothing about making games.
Me neither.
I know. This is
And
why
we
we
also
talk
don't
about
have like the legal right to make it, but
No,
whatever.
we would get sued so fast and be in debt forever.
those
Well-
who can't talk about it on camera for others to steal and
Yeah.
Just call it Pokemon Sky and then like sue No Man's Sky.
Oh my gosh.
For more about that, check out this past week's episode of Subtrending. We
Yeah.
talk about
Right.
No Man's Sky and the legal problems.
Yeah,
it's
that wasn't
having.
this video, was it?
No. Oh my god, Thomas, I didn't know I wanted that till now.
I
Thank
know,
you.
right?
I legit just came up with it. I was gonna say Bethesda Pokemon, but then Taylor pretty much took that, so I'm like, oh god, I gotta think of something fast.
You need to write into.
Well, I think that you get the gold medal for the episode for coolest idea, though.
yeah,
That's pretty sweet.
seriously, I love that.
I like that.
Well, I'm also like really into Metal Gear Solid right now, where like you have to recruit staff to do certain things, and so like that's like I'm all in that mindset right
You're
now.
all about them micromanaging games.
Yeah, I'm like
I love simulation games, like where you build stuff or control your little settlement
Yeah.
or your characters.
the only thing with that game is I would not want it to be like a stupid cell phone game. Like I want it like
a real
Yeah.
game.
No,
Yeah,
no,
like,
this is
you
like
must wait
console.
24 hours
Yeah.
to come back for your stuff to be
like
watered.
even like a
Right.
$15-$20 like digital only game I'd be cool with, but I don't want like
Oh my gosh, like Viva Pinata. A little, well, like okay, but but with like settlement building actions.
Oh,
but like
okay.
the like better your place gets, the different ones you
Yeah,
attract
yeah,
and
yeah,
bring
Yeah,
in,
yeah, that'd
and
be
like
cool.
your area.
I always
grows.
wanted to play Viva Pinata,
It is
but like
one of my
everyone
f-
made fun of me
No,
for
it's
wanting
one
to
of
play
my
Oh, I
Viva
love
favorite,
Viva
it's one of my favorite
Pinata.
games on the 360.
But no, so like more of like that style of what time, but
Yeah.
like kind of doing.
And by
something
everyone, I mean my
where-
brother.
Oh, your brother is the worst. Gosh, Adam.
Get out of here, Adam.
But no, but like doing something to where like it slowly, like your area, once like the better it gets, grows a little bit, and you attract different cooler types. Because like
Yeah.
you don't want to be like, you know, having, oh, here's my Caterpie and my Pidgey, and then Gyarados comes like in, you're like, oh,
I'm
well.
gonna help now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run your windmill.
You know, so I think it'd be kind of cool to have a sort
Yeah.
of hierarchy there.
That would be cool.
Mhm.
I completely agree. No, Viva Pinata is great, and it's one of my favorite games on 360.
Yeah.
God damn it. That
That's
game's
a
good.
really good idea.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah. Thanks, Thomas.
I'm about it.
I'm about it. I'm about that life.
Yeah.
That seems like something I could sink a good 200 hours into.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God,
More like
yeah.
a million.
Oh, and it would be really cool if at the beginning you get to choose like your main Pokemon as sort of like the foreman of the project.
Yeah.
The- yeah,
no, it
the
should
mayor.
be required to be like.
Or like the
Pokemon
mayor.
Tower.
That's adorable. A little Pokemon mayor.
I feel like a foreman. It should be required to be like either Machop, Diglett, or Geodude.
See, no, I want it to be Pikachu, because Pikachu's so cranky sometimes. I just be like, meh, you know, I don't know. It'd be cute.
Detective
little hat.
Pikachu. I'm really excited.
Detective Pikachu looks adorable.
Detective Pikachu looks adorable. I'm really excited about that game.
No, I would be super like into Pikachu being the mayor of Poketown.
Or just Danny DeVito as himself.
No, Danny DeVito as Pikachu.
Danny DeVito isn't Pokemon.
Like Danny DeVito dressed up as Pikachu. Like,
awesome.
but really poorly.
Oh, that's just like a painful
I was about to
mental
quote a
image.
very inappropriate "It's Always Sunny" quote,
Yeah,
but
please
we're
don't.
not going to do it.
All right. So last topic.
It's you.
Yes, it
That's
is
you,
me.
man.
It is me. So mine's gonna be a little bit less fun. A little bit like
Killing our joy.
Yeah.
I think yours is fun.
It's fun. Okay. So,
I know what it is.
Don't
Like, it's not like I
encourage
read
him,
his mind.
Thomas.
Yeah. So Pokemon Go just came out. AR gaming is now like really getting the main stage. It's getting news articles about it. Ingress was a thing that was what Pokemon Go is based off of and made by the same company.
Thomas wrote a
Niantic.
news article about it.
Yeah.
So did David, but David was like a first impression of Pokemon Go. A little different.
So is the what IPs would you want to see kind of take over this? It's a kind of multi-part question. Like, what IPs do you think could really benefit from this? AR style, is this the future of mobile gaming? Are we going to see a lot of really crappy versions of stuff like this?
Oh, 100%.
Just like what?
Oh, yeah.
Like what does this mean for the future of mobile gaming? What do you think? Because I think you're right. I think we are going to get a lot of really crappy things, but I think they're going to be crappy because it requires a lot of work, GPS, stuff like that, setting up sites, using Google Maps, like, you know, talking with Google.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I think Digimon's the next like logical thing, but
Do they even make Digimon games?
yeah, there was a new Digimon game that came out like a few months ago that was apparently really good.
What?
Yeah, I really want to play it, but I thought you'd make
didn't
fun
even
of
know
me.
Digimon was still
I haven't
around.
heard the words Digimon spoken to my ears in like a decade.
Yeah,
Like,
what?
Yeah, Digimon Cyber Sleuth story, and you are like Digimon, you solve a mystery, and like I really want to play it because I heard it's amazing.
Did you guys know about this? I feel like I was just like put
I
under
didn't know
a
about
rock.
it.
Like,
Yeah, it sounds
audience,
awesome.
did you
it's
know?
For
Comment.
Vita.
Comment if you knew Digimon was still around.
It's for Vita and PS4, and I really want to play it.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I've always liked Digimon, but I feel like it would just be like if they did like Digimon Go, it'd just be a crappy Pokemon Go ripoff. But I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to see where, the technology goes.
I think if I would like to see anything, like, I can't off the top of my head think of any franchise that's already around.
Yeah.
I don't know if someone did like AR Neopets or something.
Jesus,
like that would be the
Tony would be
worst.
all over.
Neopet's still around?
No.
Like,
Apparently it's
Oh,
a wasteland, but it's still around.
I mean, yeah,
my
it's still a
gosh.
thing you can go on it, but it's like
It's like a dystopian
I have like
wasteland.
probably 20 of those starving tiger ones.
what?
Kim.
No,
I don't know what it's
I don't
called.
remember
I
what
had
they're
the purple, or not the purple. I had the orange and blue ones. Little tiger, because you choose the two colors that they were. I love the tiger.
that's a super cool story.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry. We were talking about Neopets.
I had the
so-
little bat.
You would.
I would.
No, the Neopets would be one that would like kind of make sense. But like, is there anything else that would be a little bit different as far as like using GPS and stuff like that?
I have an idea, and just for the sake of it, I would say Mass Effect. And basically, it'd be more of a cooperative thing where all across the world, like it might be like the size of counties. Like each county would be its own planet or something.
Okay.
And so you would be able to like go on missions or whatever. It could even be like a fitness thing, like go run a 5K or whatever, and that would help you like recruit troops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to like recruit troops to like fight the Reapers.
Okay. That'd be kinda
And
cool.
Galactic
You'd have
readiness.
you'd have to
Yeah.
get your galactic readiness.
You could
up.
find like
And-
resources laying around and stuff like that.
right, resources. You'd want to get different kinds of troops. So
Mhm.
like maybe like you can get Solarians in like one
Yeah.
area, Krogans in another.
Mhm.
But like you'd have to work together all as a team.
I think
Something to kind of go off that
Kinda
really
cool.
quick. Each county is like a different race,
Right, yeah, there'd be
and
different
like as a
races.
state, like it's a statewide thing. Like for like, is the state ready?
Yeah, but then like, what if like where we live is like Solarians, and you're like,
Okay, then we contribute to the science aspect of Missouri. Like that's our job.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like that could get really uneven too. That's like one of those that they would have to have some really like
Bal-
people have to be
balance
they would
it.
have to work hard to make it balanced and not
Yeah.
like a broken
Right.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously a lot of work into any of
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I think what I would kind of like to see with like the AR stuff is I'd love to see like because I've always kind of liked the idea of like geocaching and like hiding
Mhm.
things and like hidden
Yeah.
treasure. Like if you could make like a really cool AR like treasure finder sort of thing.
Mm.
That'd be really cool.
I think that
cool.
would be fun.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
I don't like even if it was just like like getting points for like finding the locations
Yeah.
and something more like clue based than like straight up it's a little marker and go towards the
Who
marker.
would set the markers?
I don't know. It could be something that like
They reset weekly.
they reset weekly,
Okay.
or it could be something that like users can set for other users.
I would strongly not want users to be able to set it. 'Cause
Yeah.
that just sounds like a way to just like, set traps for whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Ill
can't be
intent someone
that
might
can't be
have.
player controlled.
And it
at
would be
all.
very like dangerous for kids who
Well, I
might want to
mean,
play
yeah,
it.
Right.
yeah. Well, I mean, like geocaching people just set stuff, so like you could
Yeah,
like,
but the
use it.
geocaching community
I think
is a
that's
lot
one of those
smaller than the
things
normal
that
community.
it could be like it could be done really well, but at the same time,
It would need
that
to be
could
like
be
monitored really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could put people in dangerous positions. You could make people have to trespass. It could be a setup for kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of bad things.
It's,
that
it's,
could happen
I think it's a
that
good
way.
idea. on
I don't think I would
principle.
want it for like. I wouldn't want it to be a kids game though.
I think the biggest thing though is like
Yeah.
there are more and more kids who have cell phones now and who are playing these games.
If your child is 2 years old and has a cell phone, please rethink things.
Well, like even like 7 or 8,
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Is like there are 8 or 9-year-olds who have phones
Please
now.
rethink things.
And-
if they
I'm
have
taking a hard line stance. If your age is in the single digits, you do not need a cell phone.
But yeah,
times are very different. Though,
I'm not going to
because-
judge on that. I don't
Yeah.
really care.
I'm judging.
I think because for me, it's like to be perfectly honest, if you have certain circumstances in your life, this is like totally a life topic, doesn't even belong here. Like, and your kid is 9 and needs a cell phone because both of the parents work and it just works out. But like, I don't care. But I just think that there is the chance that the kids could get a hold of this, so you do need to make sure that it's
And
somewhat.
even if you don't make it a kids game, it's hard to police that. Like we have ESRB ratings, but like
Yeah.
honestly, like I've had kids like come in and like they're buying their parents
Yeah.
buy them Grand Theft Auto. It's
yeah, because
like,
their parents wouldn't know. And
Parents are dumb.
yeah.
I have to say, even with Pokemon Go, like
Yeah,
obviously
that's
it
what
appeals to
I'm thinking.
us.
Is like I feel
as
like
nostalgia.
Pokemon Go could even be like
It's just
like, with
encouraging
people
kids
who
to
are,
go
like-
out and walk around. Like,
Yeah.
hopefully they're with their parents. But
yeah,
I
like
mean,
yeah, and I don't know, like people are like trespassing already
Yeah,
and like
finding dead bodies.
finding dead bodies.
thing that I just think about like with setting up your own checkpoints too, and then like not even for kids, but like women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you could easily have like a guy who I don't want to get into
There's
weird
a lot of
stuff, but
dangers
there's
with
a
it.
lot of dangers.
Like I said, I think it's a good idea on principle, but
Yes.
there's a lot of things they would have to figure out.
Yeah, so it would
But-
probably have to be like the company set. So.
Yeah. Which
As much as-
requires maybe a lot of work. I don't know. There's like I said, that's a really cool idea. I think that would just be like one of those. And that's like what's really impressive about Pokemon Go is like this is a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's-
yeah.
and like the servers are crashing a lot, or they were last week, and
It just came out.
yeah, they're balancing out as of the day of recording, and they're working a lot better.
It is just a very ambitious game.
Yeah, it
so
is.
I don't really fault them. It's
Yeah.
frustrating,
Yeah.
but
I'm,
at the same time, you got to realize it's going to happen.
What's funny is I'm actually like curious
Yeah,
how
it's not like
No Man's Sky servers hold
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
I-
fun couple days.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I was just saying, it's not like something where it's like we already have the system to it down. You're just pushing it back because why?
Yeah.
It it's a new thing. No one's really done anything that much.
I
like
mean,
it
the Ingress
before.
was the closest
right,
thing, but it was such
even
a
that
small
it was a small
thing. Yeah.
thing.
So we kind of talked about different franchises that would work and like different ideas for AR, but what would like to kind of go into the other part of the question? Like, what are we looking at as far as like the future of AR? Like, how is this going to impact people, and not just like well, we can talk about mobile gaming, but also just like in general.
I think the mobile gaming part of it is like kind of fun and kind of cool, but honestly, like the thing, like I wouldn't go to so far as to say I'm a Luddite, but I'm always a little skeptical of new technology before it's proven to be like super good and useful. The thing that I'm excited about the most is its uses in education.
Yeah.
Because I've seen like they have really cool like AR apps for like learning anatomy and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
or learning geography, and I think especially something like geography, which is not a hands-on subject, it makes it hands-on, so I think it'll make it easier for a lot of people to learn. And if we know anything, watching like Jay Leno, Man on the Street, Americans don't know geography, so maybe that kind of thing will help.
I
Yeah.
have to say, Pokemon Go has taught me the geography of this town like better than
Oh.
living here for 6 years.
Oh yeah. No. Same
Oh,
here.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Same here.
So I think it has like the things that excite me more are
It
not
led
the
Andrew-
recreational, but the educational uses for it.
Yeah. It led Andrew and I to some batting cages we didn't know existed.
We have
Yeah.
batting cages here?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's a
Yeah.
Pokestop.
It's a Pokestop. It's
Yeah.
the batting
Okay.
cages.
Yeah.
So
For me, like AR is like the same as VR, whereas like yeah, the games are cool and like that's great, but it's gonna be up to developers and like people and creators to really figure out how to use this technology to its full advantage and like what we can do with AR and VR. I think this is a really cool first step because it's getting in the mainstream,
The
and like
hands of the average person.
yeah, the public conscience. Like
Yeah.
news articles about this are launching and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool. I think it's a really great first stepping stone.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing that I would want to see with AR is more, we kind of see it with Pokemon Go, because one of the biggest topics that we're seeing pop up is this kind of a fitness app? You know what I mean? Like, is this encouraging people to go outside? Is this taking us from the generation of people who, like, you know, lazy millennials sitting on your couch playing your video games to, like, maybe stepping outside, you know? And, like, in the kids, the new generation, you know, after us is more so even being talked about. And I think that AR has, like...
some public health potential.
Yeah, it really does. It has some public health potential, and it has, like, some really cool... You know, we see... And actually, Thomas writes one of my favorite articles that we write on Subtrendy, the +1 to strengthen Dex. Not something else that I one time accidentally typoed. And it is a really, really cool, you know, reoccurring article because it talks about... health in gaming, which is like not something that you normally see. It's kind of a cool way of looking at stuff. And he talked about Zombies Run, which is an app for iOS and Android. And it's a really cool little app. And I think that if you combine something with AR and like these, you know, oh, you have to run and catch this package, you know, get you being active. I think that the capacity for health to be improved is really cool.
Yeah.
I think
By the way,
that's
I found out today you can combine Zombies Run and Pokemon Go at the same time. So
R.I.P.
have
and
real
peace
productive
battery.
runs.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You're gonna destroy your battery.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the Pokemon game I want to see. Zombies and Pokemon coexisting.
Pokemon zombies,
Yeah.
zombie
Yes.
Pokemon.
Oh,
Dystopian.
Left
No,
4
like I was
Left
just
4
like,
Dead with all Pokemon.
I was doing it today, just like listening to the cute Pokemon music, and then like it was just like picked up underwear. And I was just like, what?
Wait, what is Ash's mom behind all of that?
No, I mean like you like pick
That-
up random stuff and then it's like underwear. I don't know why. I guess you need that. in
Yeah, I picked up
zombies,
trousers.
too.
I
the
mean,
other day.
you definitely need that in the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
That's
You're gonna
priority
be pooping
one.
a lot.
You're gonna poop yourself.
all the time.
I got all the
man.
spooky monsters around. Got poop.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
We're all like 4.
yeah.
No,
Not
I-
like collectively 4.
I think we're all one. We make No, I just think like I would love to see personally like some sort of really cool app either based in like fantasy or sci-fi where you do like
Level up in an RPG
yeah,
in real
exactly.
life.
Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
want
I
my
love that.
character. I want to level
I
up.
think I feel like there's something that like they're
There's
trying
a
to do
book
that with.
called The Nerdist Way or whatever by Chris Hardwick, who's like a really prominent figure in like nerd
He
culture.
created the Nerdist.
Yeah, he created The Nerdist, which is one of the like biggest
Sites.
Nerd
sites.
sites,
Yeah, nerd
yeah.
sites around. It's a great news site. And he wrote a book called The Nerdist Way, and it's actually pretty great. And it's like how to level up your life. And it's like, don't you want to be able to do the stuff that your D&D character can do? Like how to turn your life around, get your shit together,
Yeah,
be physically
it's
fit.
a great self-help book.
It really is. It's like it's a self-help book.
I don't really believe in self-help books, but I like that one a lot.
It's funny, you know, like one of the things he says is like get graph paper. I want you to design your character, your alignment, like where you'd be like make yourself a D&D character and talk about what skills you have and what skills you want and like work on getting it to where your skills match up,
Yeah.
you know?
cool.
And it is cool. It's a really cool concept. And so I think like AR has the possibility to be kind of a self-help fitness tool.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that executed.
Like Thomas and I
I'd
walked
pay.
from my house to here today. We had a car,
It was fun. Like,
but we
I
just
was
walked.
I was like, I'm ready to do it again.
Yeah, like yeah,
Except
like
the servers are down right now.
yeah.
Boo.
But yeah, we walked because like it wasn't even to catch Pokemon; it was to walk to hatch our eggs.
I mean, it's still Pokemon.
Yeah, no,
Right.
but like we're not actively looking for them. We just had the
Like we
app
don't
open.
enjoy each other's companies,
Well,
but we
well,
walked
no, like, for
together.
for the most part, it was just having the app open in our pocket, so like it counted where we were
Just put it
going.
on the
You know what Taylor and I did? We
battery save
drove.
mode.
Yeah, they drove. I'm like, that's
To
fine.
be fair, I don't have Pokemon
No.
Go.
Yeah,
I wanted to get water at the
I'm so
grocery or the
salty.
gas
I know
station.
you are. iPad man, but no,
I'm
like
not gonna walk
But
around
no,
with my
like,
iPad like a
you
jerk.
Totally prove what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
Like it is. It's and like what everybody's saying. Like it makes you go out of your way and take the steps literally that you wouldn't normally take.
the only thing, my only complaint with it, as far as that goes, as far as the fitness aspect of it goes, is I wish it counted actual steps too.
Mhm.
Because, for example, like I would go run. I run on the treadmill. Like I find it much
Yes,
more comfortable.
yeah.
It's easier on my body because I am out of shape. I wish it counted steps to count towards hatching the eggs, but it doesn't. It tracks GPS only, which is really irritating. Like I get it because there's a GPS AR game,
Yeah.
but I wish it did have also a pedometer in it.
That'd be
That is
cool.
either cheap then too, you know.
Yeah.
Not I didn't do that.
No, I know what you mean. Like, you shake it, put it on a dryer,
Yeah,
and stuff like that. No, I understand that, but like honestly, like if you're doing, like, you're not helping yourself at that point, and like that's your problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like,
but for people who want it,
exactly,
it would
for
be
people
helpful.
who like me who want to help
That's
themselves
true.
and also play this game that they're really enjoying, like it's worth it to me.
That's a good point.
So
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think we're gonna wrap it.
All right. Go
That's a
catch
poke.
them all.
Yeah, go catch them all. Go catch all our videos on our YouTube page.
Join Team
Oh,
Yellow,
you're so
by the way.
Yeah, join
Yeah,
Team Yellow.
Team
All
Instinct.
Yep. All praise the glorious Zapdos.
I want to join Team Mist.
Yeah, I know you're weird. But thank you guys so much for watching the Pokemon special. Go check out Pokemon Go if you haven't already. I'm sure you guys all have. It's been out for about a week now. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe here on YouTube. Go over to Facebook and give us a like over there. Once again, thank you guys so much for pushing us past 300.
This episode was sponsored by Voss.
No, it
Water
wasn't. Don't
bottles.
listen to her. It definitely was not.
It wasn't. No one's giving us anything.
No. But yeah, go check us out on Facebook and give us a like over there. And check out the website, subtrendy.com. We post up daily articles that are really awesome. Jessica did a great job designing it, and it looks beautiful. So yeah, I think that's it.
Also later today, well actually no, this would have already passed. This would have already happened. So earlier this week we have an article up that is a playlist for Pokemon Go music. So
Yeah.
music you can listen to while you catch
Jessica
your Pokemon.
curated a
I like
playlist.
said it the most roundabout, strange way, but I'm kind of tired.
No,
So-
it's
It's the Digimon theme 15 times in a row.
yes.
Um,
Change into digital. I'm done. You can keep talking.
Monsters. So now, yeah, Jessica made an awesome playlist. So put that on your Spotify whenever you're out playing Pokemon Go. I added a song to it that I felt was very much needed. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Check us out next week. Soon we will be having the I Am Setsuna review as soon as that comes out. There's video or movie reviews on the site, so go check those out. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. Nope.
No.
Yes.
All right.
You're so mean.